Weather for Weather Geeks. You're a weather geek. If you're watching this video, admit it. Just kidding. If you are new to these videos, I do one of these every day in the afternoon, and every now and then I'll do one in the morning and on the weekends as well, depending on what's going on. Might have to do one this weekend because we might have another snow event on Sunday. In the meantime, I supplement these videos with more traditional blog posts occasionally, maybe once a week. ericwfmj.com is my weather blog, and I put one of these up this morning with a breakdown of the little nuisance snow event tomorrow, the weekend system, some analysis of the temperatures and the wind chills coming up over the next few days. Real easy to read, not too long. If you're more of a reader rather than a video watcher, those might be something that you definitely want to check out. ericwfmj.com. Alright, here's what's going on this afternoon. It is not bad out. You know, it's not in the teens, it's not in the single digits, it's in the 20s, the sun is shining. That is not bad considering where we've been over the last couple of months. 23, the 2 o'clock hour temperature in Youngstown, 26 over Akron, Canton, and you know, there's not much of a breeze this afternoon, so the wind chill is not much of a factor. Bringing up the radar and satellite this afternoon. A lot of this dull gray, that's snow cover being picked up on the satellite. It's relatively cloud-free out there. Got two systems we're keeping an eye on here on the radar. The southern system, which is essentially a miss for us. This is a doozy. This is going to be the biggest winter storm of the season for parts of the Carolinas, northern Georgia, Tennessee Valley as well. This is going to cruise through like this and then head out to sea, essentially missing us. This minor little system out here is going to come in. Now, some of the moisture with that system will be robbed by the East Coast system, but nonetheless, this Midwest system will probably bring us some light snow during the course of tomorrow. We'll talk about the details on that in just a second. But check out this southern system. Heavy, wet, goopy, gloppy snow on the north side of this for Tupelo and the northern suburbs of Atlanta, Greenville, Spartanburg, Charlotte, up towards Raleigh as well. Here's our Midwestern system, and this is going to head our way tonight. So let's go into the future then and see what the models say. We're going to show you the high-res NAM model, North American model. This is a model that goes out 36 hours in time. And we're going to show you the simulated radar product here. Let's skip ahead to middle of the night tonight. Right around, let's say, midnight. At that point, clouds are increasing across eastern Ohio and western PA. Here's our light snow out across Illinois, Missouri, Indiana, parts of Iowa. There's that southeast system with a heavy band of snow. Greenville, Charlotte, Raleigh. You don't want to be driving down there middle of the night tonight. That's no fun. But back here at home, tomorrow morning at 7 a.m., notice what happened overnight. That area of snow really kind of weakened. Now, the visual representation here might be poo-pooing it a little bit too much. I do think there will be some light snow trying to break out during tomorrow morning. By midday tomorrow, again, you're not seeing much here, but I do think there'll be some light snow around for a good chunk of the day. That East Coast system heading out to sea, again, not a problem for us. So tomorrow, light snow in the forecast. If you watch or if you read my blog post from this morning, I gave some of the reasoning behind our forecast of generally a coating to an inch, possibly 2, with that system for tomorrow. So just enough to be kind of a nuisance. It's never going to get heavy, but it'll be kind of a persistent, real light snow or just flurries throughout the day that will have no trouble sticking on things. It's cold outside, of course. So that's the story for tomorrow. Coating to an inch or possibly 2. Let's get rid of that and show you what's going on for the rest of the week then. Friday is a quieter day, a cold day, and a breezy day as well. Some leftover flurries probably down in the central Appalachians. I don't think we have to worry about that Friday. And then, as I've been talking about this week, strong high pressure builds in Friday night, Saturday morning, and this will rival some of our coldest mornings that we've had so far this season. Clear sky, snow on the ground, calm wind, frigid to start the day Saturday, right underneath that dome of high pressure. I'll talk about the wind chills in just a second. But while we're on the topic of precipitation, let's go ahead here to Sunday. All right, complex setup here. A couple of days ago, this looked like Sunday we might get into some milder air streaming in from the south. Now the models are trending colder with this, and as a result, a pretty decent band of snow looks to set up Sunday, especially in the afternoon. The rain-snow line probably snaking down towards I-70 somewhere, but most of the modeling does keep it south of us for the daylight hours on Sunday. So that's been the trend Here's Sunday night, middle of the night, still snowing at a good clip here. Rain snow line still down here, but if you look carefully, the 32-degree line is this red line here, and it's around our area. So this is going to be a wet snow. It helps the road crews keep up when it's close to freezing and it's snowing. Road salt works better. You get more melting on the well-traveled roads. So that's one thing that we probably have going for us here. And then according to the GFS, the steady snow pushes away from Monday morning. And then we've got all sorts of interesting things to look at for next week as we roll into the first work week of March. That front that goes through will then sort of stall down over the southeast for Monday, but then by Monday night and Tuesday, it's going to come back north as a warm front. So by Tuesday morning, you have this happening. You have moisture attacking that fresh Arctic air that's sitting over the northeast, running right into it. And while the upper layer or mid-levels of the atmosphere might be warming, it'll still be cold down towards the ground. So the GFS is printing out a lot of ice here down towards the Ohio River Tuesday morning. Up here in Youngstown, if the timing were to be believed exactly, and we're talking about day 6 here, so take the timing with a big grain of salt. But we might be dealing with some snow and ice and that sort of thing later Tuesday and into Tuesday night. Current modeling would suggest it might go over to rain then a week from today. But again, take any model with a grain of salt this far out. Bottom line for you for the weekend, Saturday's just fine. Sunday, the odds are starting to favor a shovelable snow event. I'm not going to talk about specific numbers yet, but enough to shovel and plow, looking a little more likely for Sunday. Particularly, it looks like in the afternoon. So, of course, we'll be keeping you up to date on that. All right, wind chills here over the next few days. If you have a kid in school, if you're a teacher, of course, this is of interest. If you're a school administrator, I would always suggest if you are someone who makes these decisions or knows someone who makes decisions on the schools, pay attention to yourself, because the forecast sense, the temperatures that they show are a lot of times derived from the air tone. I would strongly suggest wind chills and that sort of thing. If you're a student or a pledge of what the schools plan to do. So if you ask me, hey, are we gonna have school tomorrow? Honestly, I have no idea. That's not my area of expertise. But anyway, Friday morning, 0 to 10 below. For Thursday morning, I suspect for a lot of school districts. But Friday morning, looking a little more likely that there would be some delays based on, these are wind chills Friday morning, probably in the 10 below to perhaps 20 below range Friday morning with actual temperatures a few degrees below 0 for Friday morning. Well, I'm not sure what happened there, but head over to temperatures for Saturday morning. As I mentioned, temperatures probably rival some of the coldest mornings we've had so far this season, and so we could be looking at 20 below in the coldest spots Saturday morning. So be prepared for that. And real quick look here at the long range as we head into the month of March. Long range here. I apologize if this video gets a little bit goofy around the 7-minute mark. I've had some technical difficulties. I'm not sure what happened, but I was talking about the short range. Now let's talk about the long range quickly. The overall upper level pattern is a cold one through the weekend. And then, as I've been advertising, the month of March is going to feature a pattern change that is not exactly a warm one, but it is a less cold one. So by next week, you've got a trough over the western U.S., centering most of the harsh cold farther west, into the plains and the Rockies, west coast as well. And you'll notice what happens here, middle of next week, while we might be dealing with some sort of wintry precipitation, it's not going to be 10 below because the pattern has changed a little bit with a ridge over the southeast. Now it looks like there will be a cold shot towards the middle and latter portions of next week then. That goes out to sea. And the model trends for then the second week of March, we're talking the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th here, much more what we call zonal. Air flowing from west to east across the Pacific through the Rockies into the east. It's not a big trough like this. It's more of a zonal flow. So the second week of March looking halfway decent. Let's hope that pans out. All right, again, apologize if there were some technical glitches there in the video. Thank you for watching Weather for Weather Geeks today. I'll see you tonight, 21 News, 6 and 11.